Noeline, and a disappointing end to the series. Can you sort of put your finger on where they got the edge there tonight?
Oh, I think credit where credit is due, to be honest. I thought they had actually really good energy. I thought their connection, especially in that attacking end, was really good. They played the height factor, and we couldn't compete up in the air probably to the degree that we did in Hamilton. I thought we did have ball in hand, but in moments wasn't consistent in regards to delivery or the final execution of putting the shots through. So close and yet so far, but you know, there are positive. Well, I don't know if there's positives coming out of that. Not too sure, but you know, I've been able to see people out there on court and know once again what we need to do heading into the pre-season.
72% shooting, probably not going to compete with a side like Australia, though, right?
Yeah, totally. I suppose even, you know, the percentages, let alone working through all of our 4 shooters, as well as not necessarily a good sign or positive reflection, but once again, it is what it is. Only way sometimes that we're going to know in regards to players is if they get out there and opportunities are presented, which was today. As I said, there was, you know, there's some good stuff there and with individuals, but not enough.
Seems for a couple of years now, since Maria Palau's taking a big load in that shooting circle. Is that a bit of an Achilles heel for you right now?
I'd rather her there than not being there, let's put it that way. So I don't know if it's an Achilles heel, but definitely of strength to us. And once again, we've got to find those pieces. We were able, I think, in past games, you know, like the shooting percentages wasn't as bad. But once again, if I give credit to the opposition, they were physically in there and we're competing very hard for the ball.
Laura, you said you were expecting a physical encounter and it looked to be one. Is that maybe an area again that you just feel they maybe have the edge on the night?
Yeah, I felt they were really physical, but I felt we were probably a little bit slow to collectively react. I certainly have faith in our structures, and we just need to possibly at times just remember them and remember what our strengths are and play to them. So yeah, I think we can toe-to-toe with them. I just think it was execution tonight and maybe our decision making, we were caught a little bit 2 steps behind.
Moving the ball up the court looked to be just a struggle at times. Defensively, they were sort of all over you. Was that frustration out there? Were you noticing how good they were on the defensive end?
Yeah, they did hold us up a little bit, but I felt when we did actually get flow on and let the ball go and did our layers, we got it down really nicely. So I think that's the ebbs and flow of the game, and you just need to play to the conditions to be fair. And if we get held up, we get held up, but when we've got ball in hand, we've got to make good decisions.
You talked about wanting to see this team grow on the performance from Hamilton. Did you see enough out there to be happy with where this team is tracking?
Certainly, I think getting exposure to all our shooters getting out there, I think you know, that's a positive. But in terms of, I think when you pull on the black dress, the expectation is to put out a performance that we're proud of. And I think if you were to go around each player tonight, we were pretty disappointed on what was out there.
And after the year the team's had, do you take one win against Australia in the series? Is there a positive from that?
Oh, we're behind the scenes. We've actually done a lot. There are some positives. The results isn't positive for us. It's not the way that we wanted to end. However, it is what it is. We got dealt to, so that's how it goes. Positives are we've been together for 4 or 5 weeks. Probably more players have actually had a starting 7 berth and have consistently got out there on the game. Strategy, we've been able to put that through. Vision and values, we've been able to put that through. So in regards to our foundational, our building blocks, I think it's a good start for us. I also think there's actually some really good fight in this team, and I'm very happy about that. But if we get ourselves into that moment of fighting, we're pretty much done once we play up against Australia. So, you know, like it was great we had the win last week, but it's not good enough for us to finish in this manner. And once again, you know, we have to prepare ourselves for December camp. Or individuals have to, as good as they can.
Yeah, and you brought Suluans began quite early. What was the reason for
Pretty much, well, we got penalised right at the beginning of the second quarter. We can't afford to get penalised, and there's easy shots for them. Also, we weren't getting enough ball, so it was just a moment of having a look to see what we could do to change the tempo. I thought it actually worked not too bad, but there was a use-by date as well, hence the changes that went after then.
Now that you'll actually have some time with the team to prepare over summer, what's the priorities for you?
Each individual will have their own priority of what they need to do. For some of them it's based around conditioning. Some of them need to have some time off because they've been rolling for a very long time, including the Commonwealth Games. So each individual needs to do their own thing. We'll analyse what's happened over the quad and also Constellation Cup. Where are the areas that we're milking or that we're in control? Where are the areas that we need to improve on? So we'll look at that from a management perspective. But pretty much December the 12th or something is when we have camp next, and we'll go into trial situation, and that would lead us into quad of next year.